Yo, everybody, it's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you this week. I'm back, jacked up off another beautiful vacation with my family. Yeah, I'll talk about that, but I'm going to leave that for another podcast because, of course, we went and saw a Kiss at Darien Lake at the amphitheater up there. So we're going to do that, but right now, let's kick it. Woo! What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override. I'm back. Ooh, yeah. Just waiting for that. Yeah. It's my sticker. Yeah. So, I decided to go live right now because I just wanted to talk about what's going on in here and, the NFL and with Andrew Luck. And, of course, Lamar Miller will weigh in on him. But I just wanted to come in and talk about Andrew Luck. So we're going to talk about those two things. Talk a little bit about college should pay their athletes. I mean, at this point, these men and women are putting their bodies on the line so we could cheer, scream, fight each other. I get it. I get that a trombone could be dangerous if lifting it wrong. I do get that clarinets, you might get a splinter in the lip, but these are solvable problems. What's going on with some of these kids is they have died on the field, both from hits and heat exhaustion. And people always overlook these things. Because, look, if you went to work and you got hurt and you had 10,000 people booing you or cheering that you got hurt, you would feel bad. Yet, as fantasy football captains, league managers, players, DFS players, bettors, we get so mad we curse death on these people, and they don't deserve that. But we're going to do it anyway. And that's what sucks. And that's when sports become, I think, too personal. As an avid sports fan of all the LA teams, my wife loving sports, WWE wrestling, we all know that we are huge wrestling fans. So when I tell you guys these stories, we live all this stuff. And sometimes you can hate a wrestler. He'll, as much as losing by 0.2 on fantasy football because for some reason a stupid ref blew a call and Tom Brady threw a last-minute touchdown to Julian Edelman to win a game. Oh, that sucks for you. But we are here to talk about injuries and things that happen to people. People are second doubting Andrew Luck. People are talking down on Andrew Luck because even during one of my drafts on Saturday, when that broke, God was devastated. He can't replace Andrew Luck. At this stage of the draft, you're getting Andy Dalton. You're going to win the league with Andy Dalton? I don't think a lot of people have ever really did that. I mean, I remember a few 2-point league games. That guy is just bad. But that being said, we got to get to the point. Yeah. And people were booing Andrew Luck because he made a decision. He gave you guys football. He gave you, if you were a college fan, you could have watched him then. If you knew him when he was in high school, you could have watched him then. Then you've seen him more than 7 years. But the fact that he may have been injured the last few years and it really mars him right now, you can't overcome that. He was a great player. The Colts took him because they did put their franchise in him by giving up on their previous franchise, Peyton Manning. But he was worth it. I remember that thrilling win against the Chiefs in the playoffs. Oh my God. When he got caught in the line and dove for the end zone. I mean, come on. Dude, that was that worth $100 million? Probably not. But a lot of Colt fans were happy that day. I bet that felt like $100 million. But that booing, that was bullshit. That man quit. He didn't get hurt. So there is time to replace him. Usually backups, and Jacoby Brissett, he's all right. He's done this job before, remember? It may have not been the prettiest, but he does it. But he has a great team around him. Great O-line, a great defense. He didn't have that then. Now he does. Maybe he succeeds. Maybe he proves all of you wrong. But the fact that anybody booed, you know what? It sucks. But he made the decision. And we should all accept that and move on. And that's the way it goes, which leads me to Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller was drafted when this injury went down. Lamar Miller was drafted before this injury went down. I'm never a Lamar Miller guy, just for the record. I don't know, man. I don't care if he doesn't get it done because he's flashy. Yeah, I don't really care about that, huh? I care about just players that I like, and he ain't one of them. And that's it. That's all. No thanks. But it sucks with him losing, this season. And he had a great team around him, and this team has been definitely building for years. Now the Texans are really left without really much back there. I mean, Duke Johnson's good, but he's not a 3-down back, man. Let's eat the Cheerios, man. He's not. You got to get somebody in there. Maybe if you could work out something with Doug Martin for cheap, that would be probably your best and cheapest option. You heard it here first. But I also have seen Melvin Gordon flipped at me when I mentioned Doug Martin. So I could see something with that too. But let's just stay real. The injuries happen. And sometimes they happen so much that people walk away from the game. And sometimes they take you from the game. And right now, I mean, he's an older running back. He's getting up there. And he's had some weird years. And now he's got this. It's going to be hard for him to come back. But good luck to you, bro. Which leads me to my next topic. College should pay their athletes. I started off this podcast mentioning a little brief snippet about that. This is a big, big, big thing that needs to happen. Okay? It doesn't have to be big. There has to be incentives. You have to draw lines. I know that you give them a scholarship. I know that. Yeah. And I'm not going to argue that fact with anybody out there that might just do this. I don't really care. But what I'm trying to tell you is that they should. Again, it doesn't matter if that trombone's hard. You got to carry. You got to do it, man. That tuba's heavy. You're doing it because you love it. Okay? And maybe band members should get paid too, but because there's a lot of prestige in having a great band at a school. Here in Erie, Pennsylvania, we had Mr. Lute was the Academy High School teacher for a long time. This dude won championships. He put on shows, and my sister played in those shows, and I had to go to them shows. They were long. It was always hot. It was boring to a 10-year-old boy, but I went and did it. Oh yeah, that's my sister. Yeah. But hey, just give them out a little cash. I mean, there has to be some kind of course, maybe injury clause. But when I was going to a trade school, I broke my leg. I had no insurance, so I had to pull out of school because I couldn't really do anything, and I had a long road of rehab, and that's what I did as I rehabbed myself constantly. And after 3 years, I'm able to play basketball. And, this being many years later, I still know how to bring the pain. Oh, yeah. And that's what it's about. But people should get paid. There should be clauses put into these things. I get about it, but that's as deep as you're going to get from me. So I don't want to make this too long. It's just a nice little hit up. And I want to talk about my upcoming podcast. I had revealed earlier that it was my top 20 of my rock god. Well, my rock god is Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie has always been my favorite metal guy growing up. I was a huge Twisted Sister, Dee Snider, Motley Crue. I did love Bon Jovi. I fell in love with Bobby Brown even before this. But what really led me to Rob Zombie was playing a video game, as I mentioned in other podcasts that I've done. When I talk about Rob Zombie, it's because of Way of the Warrior. That game sucked. I had to hear the music over and over. It got installed in my head, and I followed it. And just for the record, Rob, that White Zombie, La Sexorcisto, Route 666, Devil Music, might be literally one of the most perfect albums ever. Yeah, I said it. I said it, man. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Why? When you think of White Zombie, you think of Thunder Kiss 65. You go all the way back to that album, right? Go listen to that album. If you never bought that album, go listen to it. The music is so fucking sick. I am doing my top 20 Rob Zombie songs. And it might be not your top 20, but it's Heat Override's top 20. Because that's how I bring the pain. Moving on to my next one. This one I'm going to do live, and I'm going to do it with Christy Ray. And it's going to be my Mount Rushmore of music. 4 individuals, 4 people. I just mentioned one. 4 people, for some reason, have got more playtime than mostly anybody in this world. They've shaped me in ways. And it's all meant a lot to me. In both all aspects of my life, I have had one person who has shaped me along the way. And that will be revealed with Christy Ray. Yeah. And then I'm gonna try and get a special guest on for this one. So hopefully he can make it. But I want to do my top 10 wrestlers. I want to do it because I love wrestling. A lot of you people know that I love wrestling. And I know that you might, think this might be the most favorite wrestler of all time. Might get a little weird there. But there's a reason. And it's not just, you guys hear me do all the Macho Man. Yo, I do so much more. I went through a Stone Cold phase. A lot of us did. I went through a Rock phase. A lot of us did. I went through a Hogan phase. A lot of us did. I went through a Macho Man phase. Oh yeah, dig it. Yeah. Snap into a Macho Man phase and walk around and ask people simple questions and get real loud. Yeah. Yeah, bring it on. And there's, but you guys really, who is my 10? Because that's what you're going to learn, right? So, I've covered a lot of the bases I wanted to get to on this small podcast before I get you ready for those ones. Because we all know that top 20 Rob Zombie is going to be long. The Mount Rushmore one probably won't be. Because, we'll go live. And if any of you guys want to, chime in on the chat, that's what we do. Bring the pain. And at the same time, I want to get back to things that make me a jerk. But this is things that make you NFL fans jerks. Because I was nice at the beginning, but now I'm not going to be so nice. Because I'm going to bring the pain to you people. Number 1, people cheering when people get hurt. Man, what? I don't. I feel bad every time. I feel bad people get hurt. I do. Does it help your fantasy team? Yeah, but there's a fine line. But cheering in a stadium when someone goes down, like I can guarantee, if there was a divisional game in Pittsburgh with the Patriots in town and Tom Brady got hurt, the Steeler fans would cheer. No, because that's some dick ass shit. But they would fucking cheer, and that's what happens, man. Like, you guys are fucking jerks, man. Things that make you a jerk. Booing Andrew Luck, you pitiful ass people. Booing a man that decided to hang it up. Eric Dickerson did this too. A lot of people don't know he's going to be a Falcon. But guess what? He hung it up. And that was one of my most favorite players of all time. And when I really got into football, I had to watch him play for the Colts. And you guys booing Andrew Luck? This is just Eric Dickerson again. Did you boo him? No, you moved on. And your team still stunk when you Baltimore and shit. So don't be thankful for your Peyton Manning years. Be thankful that Andrew Luck did make you competitive. And you want to be a fucking jerk? Yeah, that's what you get. You get on things that make you a jerk. Yeah. Number 3, fan bases. There's some notorious fan bases that are known for being fucking jerks. Look, dude, just get here to watch the game. We can get rowdy. But when you think you want to freaking go from 0 to 160 and start a fight, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What are you? You were the bully in school, right? You know, or maybe you just got made fun of. But you're a fucking jerk, dude. You know, just get out of here. And I mean, I could talk about some Raider fans, but I have a lot of Raider fans I respect. And I can talk about some dick-ass Cowboy fans, but I have some Cowboy fans I respect. And I can talk about some motherfucking Saint players that, you know, me, I'm a Ram fan, and we got these Saints people, like, still crying. Well, you got your rule. It's a year late. I hope your team gets their asses beat all year long, and if not, I hope your season ends on another bad call. Oh, yeah. Just because you want to be a dick. Now, look, the Saints fans have made me a jerk. Oh, yeah. That's what it's about. They make you. They goad you. You know, when that first game, when the Rams were falling from the unbeaten, and them Saint fans are winning like they won the Super Bowl. You did. Because after that, the Saints weren't shit anymore. And they barely held on to that number 1 seed. And then they lost it. Because they didn't want to play football. They wanted to bitch about a call. Go make your plays. For a real defense steps up and takes your place. And we did that. And that's what the Rams do. But always remember, some fan bases are just jerks. Yeah. Woo! That's what it's all about. All right, people. I'm going to get up on it out of here. Got to go get the mini override from karate. Ooh, yeah. Give it out something. Yeah. And till then, always remember to bring the pain.